Hello, so this is Dana, and I am going to show you how I do the monthly CE email. So the first thing I do is we have an ongoing spreadsheet that we call, I don't know what we call it. I'll have to look. Let's see. I can't see because the name is hidden. But anyway, basically we call it just an ongoing log of the CE monthly emails. And so we use this spreadsheet for a lot of items. We use this spreadsheet to keep track of the date, the class, the location, the time, who's teaching it, if it needs to be recorded into GREC, and when the roster is received, as well as the vendor sponsor. So again, this goes back from the beginning of the year, and it also helps keep track of what classes were taught throughout the month. So first thing I do is I would create a new tab. For example, the new tab would be June 2019. And then at the top of the spreadsheet, I have the date, the class, location, time, if it's taught by our school. In other words, do we need to record it in the real estate in GREC for CE credits? The date it's actually put into GREC, the date we received the roster, and who the vendor is. Then what I do is then I go to the calendar. So this would be the Greater Atlanta calendar. So I would look ahead to May. And I just start at the beginning and I see what classes there are. And we have started just now putting the Greater Atlanta classes in here. So I would see Paulding. So I see the first class for us. Well, actually, it would be up here. The first class for us would be Thursday, May 8th, West Cobb. So then I go here to the spreadsheet and I do May 2nd, what the class is, West Cobb, and the time. Then I go back to the spreadsheet. Here, it's going to be easier here. May 8th, 9:30 a.m., the name of the class, and Paulding. And I go back to the spreadsheet and I put in May 8th, 2000, the name of the class, Paulding, and the time. So first I do all of those classes from our calendar. Then what I do is I click up here to the top, and the next calendar I do will be the executives calendar. So I click on their calendar, I go ahead till May, and then I see what their classes are. May 2nd, 10 a.m., Dangers of Credit. Then I go back to the spreadsheet because that is still a class taught through our school. So I go fill in, and you can add in you can insert a row and so forth and so on. So that was May 2nd, Dangers of Credit, Alpharetta, 10 a.m. And these are all classes that we have to record the CE credits. Then their next class is May 7th at 10 a.m. It's in Buford, and there's the name of the class. So I go to our spreadsheet, May 7th, Avoiding Pitfalls in Buford, 10 a.m. Now, this is not a class that is offered through the Georgia Real Estate Academy, which is our school, so we don't need to record the credits, and we won't need a vendor sponsor. We just need the vendor sponsor for the classes for Greater Atlanta, and Heidi Helm does those, but I just keep a space for this. But anyway, so that's what I do is I go through all of the calendars. So first it was the Greater Atlanta calendar. Then at the top, I'd go through the Alpharetta calendar. Then I go to the Partners calendar, the Emerson calendar, so forth and so on. So I click on all of the links to all of their training calendars. I go to the next month. I see what their classes are, and then I put them on our spreadsheet. Again, because the majority of their classes we have to record for CE credits, and the other classes we still want to put in the CE email that goes out every month to everybody on our email list through Constant Contact, which is maximum 1 agents plus others. So anyway, I do this spreadsheet. Then what I do is I copy from the date, the class name, the location, and the time. And I just select that whole thing, copy it. Then I go to Constant Contact. And in Constant Contact, I would go to campaigns, I look for the last campaign where it had all of the CE classes. I'm going to click over here. I'm going to click copy. Well, I've already done that because I'm already in the middle of this. So we're already on the May one. So I've already made a copy of this. So then what I do is I change the number of hours. I change it to say May. I click here on header options. I change that to May. So for next month, that would change to June. That would change to June. I click OK. I change that right there to June, you know, to whatever the month is. Then I click on here. And when you click on a various block, it gives you editing powers. And then I'm going to change the hours. I leave that blank until I have the calendar finalized. Change the month there, and then add whatever additional information I want to add there if we've got something special coming up. Change that to May. Then what I would do is I would scroll down. Oops, see, I've already done it here. Scroll down, put my mouse there, and then I am just going to paste. So if I right click and paste, I'll do it. What it does is that it pastes that spreadsheet, those columns that I just copied from that Excel spreadsheet. Then you can go in here and change the columns to make the columns look get everything to fit a little better. Then if you click up here on the gear, you can click on table properties and you click the pane, click OK, and then it puts in all of the lines. Then you would click save. You have to scroll all the way up. You would click save. Now I'm not going to save this because I already have done this, so I'm going to delete that. Anyway, so then once you have that done and then you center that out, then what I do is then I have to go back and actually add the hyperlinks to the classes. So same thing. The next thing that I do is then I go back to the class calendar again. And whatever one I would click on, we'll just start here at the Emerson calendar. Again, we're in April, so I'm going to skip ahead till May. And the first class they have is on the 7th, Ultimate Listing System. So I click on the hyperlink there. I click on their registration button. And then I double check. It's the Ultimate Listing System in Emerson on May 7th, starting at 9 a.m. Then I move my cursor up here. I right click and copy. I go to Constant Contact, and then I scroll down here. The Ultimate Listing System on May 7th, Emerson, 9 a.m. I highlight the name of the class, click up here for the link, put my cursor here, I right click and paste, and I change this to the blue hyperlink color and click Insert. Then I go back. I just do a few at a time. Okay, that class got canceled, so here's the next one. So I click on here. Then I click on their registration button because that's what we need is the registration link. I double check the name of the class, the inner game of real estate, the date and the time and the location. So this is the inner game of real estate, Thursday, May 9th, 10 a.m. in Rome. Again, I put my cursor here, right click, copy, go back to Constant Contact. I'm looking for the inner game of real estate, May 9th, Rome. Aha. See, I've got 10 a.m. here, and their class is actually, let me go back again. It had, okay, 10 a.m. Okay, so that was correct. So I go down here, highlight the name of the class, click the hyperlink button, put my cursor here, right click and paste or Control V, change the color of this to the blue hyperlink color and click Insert. Anyway, after just a few classes or so, you want to go up and save. Don't do all of them because Constant Contact will time out and you will lose all of those links. And you have to wait till it clicks save. If this doesn't go away, it didn't save it. So you just have to wait a few minutes till that hopefully will save everything. Not quite sure why it's not saving. If you still have this right here, then it has not saved. So it's messing up, which I guess will be good for the video. Okay, why isn't it doing this? All right. Then you click save. And then when that disappears, you know it has saved. Now, a couple of other things. So you're going to go through all of their calendars and put in all the hyperlinks. Now, a couple of things. If there is a cost for the class, then you don't want that as part of the hyperlink. So, for example, we've got a class here that has a cost to it, another class here with a fee. Then we have another class that is actually just a lunch and learn. It's not for CE. So I make sure to note that in the calendar too, lunch and learn, not CE. Then other things, I'm going to get rid of this one. I had just made the lines a little bit bigger. So you click on the box and it will let you edit whatever's in that box. I'm going to go here. I'm going to actually delete that whole table. Then I'm going to just delete a few of these spaces. We need to keep this information in here that says student must be a member of FMLS to receive CE credit for FMLS classes, and student must be a member of GAMLS to receive credit for GAMLS classes. All right, now I'm going to save this section. And then again, you can see there are other sections. Here's just a little commercial about Maximum One companies and a lot of the corporate discounts, so forth and so on, the different locations, the different area, locations and the contact information. Actually, I need to make sure we get rid of Galleria. So here, for example, Galleria is no more, so I am going to get rid of that address. And then I'm going to save that section. And again, there's just other information. Usually I don't change any of that stuff other than adding on new franchises as we add those. Then what you're going to do, you're going to save it. Then if you click on preview, you put in your own email address here. So I'm going to put in Dana@MaximumOneRealty.com. And then you're going to click send a test. And it will tell you success, your test email has been sent. I can close that. Then I go to my email. Oops. So I would log in, and you would just log into your own email because you're going to send the test to yourself. And then here it is. So I look and see how it appears here in the email. Free CE classes May. Free real estate CE classes May. You double check the dates. And then I get the email. So I look at everything and make sure everything is correct. And again, I haven't finished it. I just want to show you this part of it. Then you have to double check all of your links. This is what takes a long time. So the first thing, May 1, Real Estate Marketing and Technology Secrets, supposed to be at Airport South at 10 a.m. So you click on that link, and it should open up directly to the registration for that class. May 1st, Real Estate Marketing and Technology Secrets, Airport South. And then this is their registration link where the person here can register. All right, then I go back to the email and I check the next one, 2019 RE Forms Contract Dissection. Click on that hyperlink. That should go right to the registration page. 2019 RE Forms Contract Dissection, West Cobb. May 2nd, 11 a.m. So let's see if that's how it showed up actually in the email. 2019 RE Forms, May 2nd, West Cobb. Check the time, 11 a.m. Perfect. And then I not only do I look at the title, I go down and make sure the body of the email also has the correct class. May 2nd, 11 a.m., 2019 RE Forms, and the location is West Cobb. So you have to check everything about the link. So then I go to the next one. Dangers of Credit, the credit game. So that should be May 2nd, Alpharetta, 10 a.m. So I click on the link. May 2nd, 10 a.m., Dangers of Credit, the credit game, Alpharetta. And then again, I scroll down and make sure May 2nd, 10 a.m., Dangers of Credit. And it is in their Alpharetta location. Now for the Greater Atlanta classes, those are the classes that we have created the registration links. If it is one of the franchise classes and I find a mistake, then I go back and I have to email the franchisee that they need to correct their link for that class. So I do that, and again, I double and triple check all of these links. Then after you are done with that, you log back into Constant Contact. You would save it. You would click on Continue. Then again, for the monthly CE classes, and now I'm not going to do this yet because I would have to fill in the number of hours and finish those links. But for the CE class, we're going to send this to every single list in our mailing list, and then you click Save. Then if you're going to send it now, you click Send Now, and for this many contacts, it takes it at least 24 to 48 hours to send it. Or you can schedule it for later, and you would just pick a date that you would want it to go out, and you would pick a time, and then you would click Schedule. So that's all you do. Now I'm going to still save this as a draft. I'm going to go back here to edit it, but I just wanted to do this quick video to show you how I create the big CE email. Hope that helps.